Hey, what's up everybody? It's a Friday, it's a sunny Friday here at Suarez HQ. Thought we'd just take you for a little wander around. Got two pretty cool things to show you in this video. It's as fresh as it gets really, because hopefully you're seeing this pretty much on the day that we're shooting it. Yeah, after having had some horrendous weather here, we've actually got the sun out, and yet the snow is forecast for next week. Yeah, bizarre, isn't it? Oh well, crazy times. Anyway, what can I show you? Right, well, there's two things I want to do. I want to go out the back in just a few moments and see Adi because he's working on something pretty cool. So I want to show you guys fairly as quick as we possibly can what's going on. A couple of weeks ago, was it just before Christmas or just after? Just before Christmas, did a couple of paintings on the live stream. Let's just take a quick look at those. Don't know if you've seen those yet. So they were done with compressed air and two different ways of approaching the same kind of principle. Well, that's pretty nice. See if I can pop a link to that somewhere. Now then, the thing I wanted to show you, actually I might have to take my glasses off because they're my reading glasses and I can't see anything now, is what we did on Wednesday. Wednesday live stream, this one was the first of 2023. Let's go right down into the bowels of the building. You can probably hear the extractors on. Let's get that off. There we go, because then you actually might stand a chance of hearing me. Here we go down with the plug sockets, bear with me. Doing this raw, there we go, we've got some light in the building. We're going to go in just a second into the pod and have a look to see what's been drying over there on the floor. But yeah, Wednesday, first broadcast of 2023. It was fraught with technical gremlins. We'd done a big Windows upgrade, and then we lost all of the software and all of the functionality on the Stream Deck, which is this with all the buttons on it. And this is what we do all the scene selections and sound effects and music with, and the pans and the tilts and all that kind of stuff. And that completely disappeared literally with 15 minutes to go before we started broadcasting. Nightmare. Anywho, what did result though, I hope, was something pretty cool, made out of lines that we used with the squeegee. If you haven't seen that, look out for the link. I'll pop a link somewhere, probably down in the words, to that particular live stream if you didn't see it. However, I'd like to actually go and see for the first time, I wasn't in yesterday, how it came out, and there it is! Ta-da! Hey! Oh, now that has changed somewhat. Yeah, that's interesting. A lot of the lines have actually, well, a lot of the lines have been kept, but some of them have delineated. Look, we've got, yeah, the one in the center has completely done its own thing, hasn't it? Well, that is interesting. Let's go down and have a look at some of the features and details while we're here. There were a couple of areas which I really found fascinating, especially towards the end of the stream where we were giving some close-ups on the Roam Cam, which is Roam Cam. Haven't got the camera installed at the moment, obviously because we're not streaming. But this has got some particularly interesting things going on. Yeah, the way the gold has held itself, that's very interesting. Yeah, I like that. So let's see if I can capture that where the light hits it. There, look, I don't know if we can, it's so difficult to see even though I've put the lights on. Let's pop round the other side because there's a couple of other interesting things I want to show you as well. Come on, gimbal, thank you. Yeah, there, look, hopefully you can see that in the light. That looks pretty cool as well. I'm very happy with that. Actually, overall, I'm very happy with the whole thing. A lot of subtlety in there, and whether you're a big fan of lines or not, that's very interesting. But yeah, quite the way the center's just decided to go off of its own accord. Sometimes that happens. Let's see if I can actually lift this up. Oh, that's satisfying. It's got quite stuck. But will it, no, I have to go over the other side. Let's actually do that. I want to pull it off the floor a little bit if I can. Yes, there we go. Okay. All right, that just helps where it's stuck down to get some air underneath it. So I'm just going to move that across a little bit. There we go. Actually, I'm really pleased with that. And a lot of these lines were done with the pieces of timber on the floor. You can tell I made a big mess. There's 3 pieces of timber there. I think I used 3 or 4, can't remember. There's the squeegee, practice what I preach. And had a wide squeegee, which was that one, to do the initial layers with, and then did a short squeegee. Oh, I'm just stuck to the floor. Right, have I got paint? Oh, that's great. I've got paint on my shoe now. Marvellous. We also showed in the broadcast, very briefly, a couple of commission paintings, which I'm working on. That's one, and that's the other one for the client to choose from. I'm going to be choosing one to go above the sofa. And these were inspired by, let's see if I can find the piece of paper. No, where is that? We are having a proper unedited look around where everything is. I think I've lost the piece of paper. Oh well, it doesn't matter. Yeah, so I was recreating one from a couple of years ago, and no, I definitely can't find the sheet of paper. Oh well, never mind. Anyway, got very accurate to it. So those are two. They're waiting for client approval as we speak, so they can sit in here for a little while longer till they're ready to go up on the board and be photographed. Well, if I find his paperwork, I'll let you know. Oh yes, there's the other piece of wood. I knew there was four. Right, let's go out. That's the first thing I want to show you. Now, let's go on and have a look at the second thing. Let's go find AD. Make sure I'm not, yeah, no, I'm not pulling paint out of there. That's fine. So AD has been working on something all this week. And what it actually is, it's a brand new spin machine. Unlike the spin machine we've already got, this one is completely portable, and it's remote control, and it's a smaller scale with a smaller footprint, because I want to do small versions of these. Now, I don't know if you can see that or not, but this is capturing drips. I think we've kind of nicknamed it the halo painting, and I wanted to try it to see if I could capture the drips that come off a surface rather than worry about the surface itself. So to that end, Adie's been beavering away as we go right into the depth of the building, designing and building the Suarez patented Spin-O-Matic. And there it is, complete with its speed controller. And at the moment, we can see Adie putting in a rocker switch, which means that the battery that operates it doesn't have to be disconnected from its terminals every time we want to walk away from it. So the switch on the outside, which you can see him just doing now, is going to allow us just to isolate that supply from the battery. There we go. Even coloured, got the same colour, haven't we? Same colour blue. Yeah. And that's going to go in the box.
That'll go in here.
Yeah.
I'll push it in all the way to the put wires to it, yeah.
There we go. Oh, look. Fantastic. Beautiful. And then we'll be able to control this just with a remote control. So imagine that then sitting on a canvas. We've got this top, which has then got the paint on it. I then can control with the remote control how fast it goes. So of course that then controls the speed at which the paint comes off. So it'll either be close to the footprint of the box, we can have it sort of over here. And that's the things then we've got to have a play around with. And that'll be things like speed, volumes of paint, etc., etc. But there you go, right on cue. There's the speed controller remote. So imagine that then sat on a piece of canvas, no trailing wires, nothing to trip over, nothing for the paint to catch on. It is, as you can see, 100% portable. Look, Mum, no hands. Yeah. And it's all battery powered. Now at the moment Adie's got the battery conditioning pack, which is this wonderful piece of equipment here, which is going to then gradually condition the battery for its optimal usage. So that's ongoing as well, which we reckon, don't you buddy, should give us about 20 hours on a single charge.
Well, yeah,
something like that.
Something like that,
yeah.
Depending on the load on it.
I'll come over to you because I'm mic'd up so you can hear.
Yeah, it should be, oh, thanks.
Have a little chat for a minute.
Should be about 20 hours or something like that. It'll be much more, I'm sure, because there's no real load. The gearbox itself, I don't know what the speed of the motor is, but if the motor runs at 1,000 RPM, this only runs to 100. I think it's 100 RPM. So the gearbox that's reducing it down is making it a lot easier as well. So yeah, it shouldn't be load on it really at all. And we have tested it with, we put one of these on. Yeah. So that great lump went on top of it and it span round. Now, once it is up and running, once I've got everything done, we'll have to do a little video and show you it running so you can see it in action. Right, let's pass back to you.
Marvellous. Right, let's just clip that back on my lapel. Yeah, so there we are, folks. That's the new Suarez Spin-O-Matic. So in just the course of a few days, obviously we've got an awesome painting done on a live stream, first one of the year, plus we've got the Spin-O-Matic up and running, just putting the finishes touches to it before we disappear into the paint pod and go and have a play with it. I just thought you'd like to know what that was all about. Fresh off the press, as they say. It doesn't get any quicker and delivered to you any faster than that. Right, so that's that. We'll take advantage of the fact that the sun is pouring through the skylights. I've got a little bit of photography to do on a couple of canvases as well, so that's queued up for today. There's a few more live stream paintings there, just waiting to go around their frames. We just need time, conditions and opportunity to be able to do that. The rest of it, my friends, is looking pretty awesome. Let's have a quick look at the merch while we're here. Amazing shoes, even got socks now as well. They're looking pretty cool. Tell you what, we'll pop a link to that somewhere so you can go and have a browse. Why not go and treat yourself? 250 products to choose from. Nothing like a shameless plug for that, is there? Right, there we go. That's Friday at the Busy Gallery for us too. I'm going to go and make a brew, and I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. I look forward to seeing you on the live stream next Wednesday.